friends, thanks for joining me. We've got a sesh ahead today with a little bit of everything largely down on the mat. So good for those particularly postpartum women who are looking to kind of get going through their abdominals a little bit more, and then those looking for a general session. So no props needed. We're going to start in standing. All right, so let's start with those toes facing forward, feet underneath those hips, slight soft bend in the knees. Let your arms go heavy and let's just take some shoulder rolls up and around. Bring those shoulders right to your earlobes and then kind of press them back. So get nice and active for the start of your session. Feels good. Let's go one more. Open it out and then tuck that chin. Imagine there's a wall behind you as you fold your body forward. Keep the softness at the knees. Fingertips find the floor. Really drop that head and then give it a bit of a shake from side to side. Let it go. It's amazing how often I see people in their roll down, they're still hanging on to their head there. Let it drop and lengthen. And then from there, we're just going to roll back up. Okay, so round that spine, creating some length as you lift, scoop through that belly. Let's take a big reach to the ceiling at the top. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms up nice and high. Take a stretch up and over to your left. Pressing that right foot down into the mat. Come up through center, lift a little higher. Let's go over to the right. Press that left foot down. Coming all the way back up, reach your arms as wide as you can, tuck your chin, let's fold forward again. Piece by piece, shifting into the forefeet, soften those knees. Now when you get to the bottom, I want you to pop your hands behind your head, fingers interlace, thumbs down your neck. Let your elbows narrow as you really crouch down, or fold down I should say, forehead to knees. Then I want you to reach the crown of your head forward. As you do, flatten your back, open out your elbows. Feel that stretch in the back body and then fold forward again. So round that spine, close the elbows. And again, now this might feel pretty intense as you try and flatten that back, crown of head reaches forward, elbows wide, hips back, drop it back down. One of my favorite stretches to really lengthen out the back and open your chest, particularly for those who might be carrying little bubbers around. Very tight in the back of the legs, lower back in your chest. Open it up. Ooh. And drop it back down. One more there. Let's open across the chest. Hips back, flat through your spine. Drop it back down. Let's find the floor with those fingertips. Take a little alternating bend and stretch one leg and the other. And then let's soften both knees. Make your way down. We've got those hands under shoulders, knees under hips on the floor. Just relax through those toes behind you. Let's take a cat stretch, rounding to the ceiling. Scoop through that belly as you lift, and then drop and open. Chest broad, hips broad behind you. And again, round that spine, lift. Scoop through the belly as you rise, and then really consciously let your tummy go as you drop. Let's take 3 more there, traveling a little further each time. Doesn't really matter what it looks like, guys, it's how it feels for you. 2 more. And you go at your pace throughout our session. Oh, last one. Scoop, tuck and lift. Then let's find that middle point, okay? So lengthening out through your back. We're gonna pick up through your right hand. Let's open it up to the ceiling, reaching long through the fingertips. Take a dive and twist. Soften your left elbow as you glide along the floor. And again, reach to the ceiling. 3 more here. And dive and thread. Ring out through the ribs. 2 more on this side. Let's open. And thread it through. Slide that shoulder blade. 1 more. And thread it through. We're going to find the mat with the side of the head, the shoulder there. See if you can just creep that right shoulder along the floor a bit further. Push your left hand into the mat, corkscrew the ribs. You reach that left arm up if you want a little more, and then you reach behind, grab that little crease between your right thigh and the hip, and that will just help you anchor to open up that left shoulder a bit more. Pause there in that little pretzel. Such a goodie. And then let's pop that left hand down and then push to reset. Okay, find your center. It's left hand now that takes that nice juicy reach to ceiling, and then take that thread and slide along the mat. And again, reach. And thread. Feels different one side versus the other, no doubt. 2 more. Thread it through. Let's go for 1 more here, highest reach. And then thread it all the way through. Drop the side of the head, the shoulder. Maybe reach that right arm up if you like, and then thread it round. Grab that little crease between thigh and hip. Open up that right shoulder as much as you can. And then right hand finds the mat. and lift back up. So that's the really nice bit. Okay, now from here, let's set up. Fingertips reach forward, long arms, corkscrew those shoulders in towards each other. Nice flat back, zipping up through that lower belly like you've got a tight belt, but still breathe, okay? Your belly is allowed to move, as are your ribs, as we get into our movement. Now, we're gonna extend your left leg out nice and long, and then I want you to reach your right arm. So you've got thumb to ceiling, and that left leg is straight. So those straight limbs are going to lift up to a parallel. You tap back to the mat, and then lift back up. Okay, nothing else changes. So we're stabilizing through that left shoulder, that right knee. Your spine is long, and your gaze is just beyond sort of those left fingertips. In the center of the mat, lift and lower. Now, it's not about height. It's not how high can you go. I don't want you to sink into your lower back. Okay, think about length. Reach out and up while your back stays still, your belly engaged to support it. All right, continue here for another 6. Then we're gonna hold those limbs up in 5. In 4, pushing up out of this left shoulder so it doesn't collapse for 3. Limbs stay high in 2. Last one, can you lift it up and hold it? Now from here, we're going to round your spine like your cat stretch. Now I want you to bring your elbow to tap that knee beneath your belly and then reach all the way back out to that parallel. And again, bring it in, round the spine, elbow to knee. Reach it away. Find the length and then find the height through your spine. The higher the better. You'll really feel that tummy connection. Exhale, bring it in. And then inhale, lengthen. Now this is called a tiger curl, and I always wonder why. I've never seen a tiger do anything remotely like this, but that's okay. Let's go 4 more here. Let me know if you know why. Let's go for 3. Scoop that belly and reach. Left shoulder feeling it, I know. Let's go 2. Reach it away. Last one, my friends. Let's reach the arm and leg all the way out. Hold it there. Little pulses. We lift and lift. Let's go 8. Stretch and reach for 6 and 5 for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. So good. Sit the hips back. Right arm forward. Left hand on top. And then just pull that hip down the mat. Shift your ribs to that left side to open it up. Inhale, expand the ribs. Exhale. Let it go. All right, then we're going to shift forward. Let's come to lie on your right side, all the way down. So your head is supported on your right bicep. You might like your arms straight, whatever's comfy for you. Stack your legs nice and long. You might need that left hand on the floor for a bit of support. More challenge, hand to your hip, okay? Now push that top hip away from you. Create space between your right waist and the mat, all right? Obliques, core is active, keeping you balanced. Your top leg is straight. We're simply going to lift and lower it back down. Left leg is our moving leg for the moment. Lifting it up and lower. Now this isn't about how high that leg goes, okay? I want you to keep them stacked. All right, and I want you to keep the length through this waist so you're not going so high that you're sinking and collapsing. Stretch through the knee and the toe, and you'll feel this in your thigh, yes, to keep your legs straight, but very much in the outside of that hip. We'll all have a different range when we do this, so you might look very different to me. We're going to go for 6 more with just that leg moving before we get that bottom leg in action a little bit more. 4 more. Let that head be nice and heavy for 3. Last 2. Last 1. We're going to lift that leg up halfway, hold it. Your bottom leg lifts to meet the top leg. Lower it down, lower the top leg. So top leg lifts, bottom leg meets it. You lower and lower. This is where you might find you need just gentle fingertips on the floor. That's okay, just to stop yourself rolling forward and back. It's a lift. Lift to meet it, lower. Now give yourself a reasonable target. You want it to be a bit of a challenge to get that bottom leg up to that top leg. Not too easy, but then also not quite out of reach. Top hip working, inner thigh, squeezes to lift. Leg getting heavier and heavier. Keep the length, keep the reach, lift. Control lower and down. 4 more here. And then that top leg is gonna stay still in 3. Squeeze and lift. Let's go 2.
All right, lift that leg up, it stays there, it's just the bottom leg. Squeeze, lift and lower. So try and keep that top leg really still. You can have hand on hip, maybe hand to ceiling. Squeeze and lift. Can you get that inner thigh to work right up to the top of the groin? And lift. 5 here. We're gonna glue the legs together in 4. Keep that knee straight. 3, I tell myself. In 2. All right, let's squeeze those legs together. They both lower and then they both lift. So this is where that bottom leg actually really gets to help the top leg. It takes the weight of it, which is somewhat of a relief. While that inner thigh still works really hard on the right. Lift. Control the descent. So as always, working in both directions. There ain't no holiday in Pilates. Lift and lower. Let's go 6 more. I'm gonna hold those legs up. In 5. 4 to go. Oh yeah, we love an inner thigh burn. 3. I do at least. In 2, get ready to hold it. Point those toes, make it look pretty. Lift the legs up, guys, little pulses. Lift and lift. Think of that bottom leg driving that top leg up. Let's go 6, hold in 5, in 4, 3, 2, let's hold it there. Can you split that top leg? Can you lift the bottom leg higher? Hold it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yes. Bend those knees. Give that bottom a bit of a tap out. So good. All right, let's flip over onto your back here, my friends. Your knees are bent. All right, now we're gonna have your left foot flat. We're gonna come to the toes of your right foot. Then I want you to just drag that foot towards you a little bit. So left foot flat, right toes, heel lifted on the right, okay? Press your palms into the floor, open up your chest. So feet are staggered, hips are not, they're level. Let's imprint your lower back, roll up into your bridge position, level from left to right across your hips, and then roll back down bit by bit, release the pelvis at the bottom. And again, tuck that tailbone up, you come, drive that heel into the floor, and then ripple and roll back down and release. Keep that flowing. Okay, so it's a staggered bridge. So the focus is very much that left glute, which is probably pretty evident straight away. I'm gonna add layers. They always get quite tough. So pick the level that feels best for you. If you're still kind of building that strength around your pelvis, don't take every progression, but if you're ready for it, let's do it. We're gonna hold it at the top in 3. 2 more, just sort of unraveling that spine. All right, next time you're at the top, hold there. We're gonna take a hip dip, make it dramatic. Drop your tailbone right down to the floor, lift it all the way back up, and then roll back down bit by bit. Release that pelvis, okay? And again, roll it all the way up, drive through the heel. Dramatic hip drop, all the way to the mat, tap. Drive it back up, roll back down. All right, and again, roll it all the way up. Tailbone to mat, and lift. That might be enough. If you want more, come with me. We're gonna roll it all the way up. Meet me at the top, hold it. Anchor that left heel to floor. Lift that right leg to tabletop. There's your hip drop. You lift, find the floor with the toes, and then down you go. Release the tailbone. And again, roll it up. Drive those hips. Tabletop through that right leg. Take your hip dip, lead with the tailbone. Tuck and lift. Find the floor with your toes. Roll back down. Keep that going. Light as a feather through that right leg if you're taking that float. Level through the hips as you drop and lift. Find the floor and down. Couple more just like that. Then of course, we're gonna up the ante again. Lift, drop, drive it up. For those postpartum girls really looking to strengthen up their core, this is very much a lower core exercise, guys. This is really good for you. Lift it up, drop, rise. All right, if you want a bit more, guys, I think you can probably imagine where we're going. We're gonna roll those hips all the way up, tuck that tailbone. Maybe that leg stays in a tabletop for that hip dip. Drop and lift. You can absolutely drop your toes back down if you like. Still huge benefit there. Drop and lift. Let's go 8. That was a mean number. We can do it. 6 to go. Drive it up. And 5. Get the same height. Last rep. And 3. Keep going. And 2. And lift. Last one, all the way up. Find the floor with the toes. Can you lift up even more? Reach the arms up, reach them all the way behind you. They stay there as you roll back down bit by bit all the way to your tailbone. Oh yeah. Sweep the arms around, pull the knees in. Little rock side to side. Pop that right foot to the floor, take behind the left thigh or the calf if you're super flexible. Drive your heel to ceiling. Take a little point and flex. Point and flex of that ankle. Well done, legends. All right, a little bit of core, more targeted core work to come. Your feet are flat to the floor, knees to ceiling. Let's interlace your hands behind your head, guys. Thumbs down your neck. Now your elbows are wide so you can just see them in your peripheral vision. Scoot through that belly, so just melt down, find that contact on the mat. Inhale. As you exhale, we're gonna curl head, neck and shoulders up and away from the mat, and then inhale to lower back down. Exhale, curl ribs over towards the hips and lower. So you've got a really good opportunity here to look at your belly. You wanna see it tighten and narrow as you rise, and then let it go as you lower back down. What you don't wanna see is like a really dramatic bulge at the belly, which can quite easily be avoided if you use that exhale breath to rise rather than holding your breath. Anchor that tailbone down into the mat. Let's go 6 here, and then we're gonna add on. So we're using the whole abdominal wall. Deep, superficial. 4 more. Head heavy in the hands, hands gently pressing into head. Last 2. Last one, let's lift that chest up and hold it. Now from here, chest stays still. Lift your right leg to tabletop, lower it back down. Lift your left leg to tabletop, lower it back down, lower the chest, step by step. So find that chest curl, knee stays bent, lift the whole shape up and then lower. And it's just above your hip, no further, and lower, chest comes down. All right, one more round like that, but then I'm gonna give you an option to progress straight away because I reckon some of you are probably up to that next level through your belly. If you're up for more, squeeze your legs together, okay? Find the chest curl, hold it. Keep the thigh connection, abs on. Both legs lift to tabletop. Both legs lower back down, abs on, then lower the chest, okay? And again, curl it up. That's your option to progress. Squeeze the legs together, lift, don't throw them. It's a slow lift, it's a slow lower, abs, 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 down you go. All right, that is not easy, guys. It's a heavy weight. It's a bit of a heavy lever for your abs to control as your legs lift and lower. And your goal, keep your back still. You shouldn't feel back strain when you do this. You should be able to keep that back in contact with the mat as you lift. And lower. So good. Down you come. Again, we're going to progress, of course. Let's curl that chest up, guys. Meet me in your double tabletop. You might make it one at a time or both legs together, hold it. From the top, stretch your legs away. Draw your legs back in. Lower the legs to the mat, abs, abs, abs. Lower the chest. And again, curl it up. Glide the ribs to hips. Single or double leg floats. Make your way to tabletop. Hold it. Reach the legs away. The lower the legs are, the harder it is. You pick the height that suits you. Lower the legs. Lower the chest. 2 more like that. It's progressive, increasing that load as we go. Increasing your strength with every rep, guys. So good. Next time we're up, that's where we stay. Lift the chest. Lift the legs one at a time or both. Find that tabletop, guys. It's leg extensions only. Maybe it's singles, all right? Maybe it's just one leg. You've sort of hit that fatigue point and that's what you need. Otherwise, if you've got it, squeeze the legs together. Both reach out. Both draw in. Really scoop that belly. Some people like to reach the hands forward. It helps achieve that lift. You can take that. It's totally fine. Just don't strain that neck. Squeeze those legs together. Reach. Draw it in. Let's go 4 more. Belly to spine, back to mat. 3. Go for it, team. And 2. Last one. Draw the knees in, guys. Well done. Cross the feet over, lie down. And little rock and roll. So good. Probably feel a little bit of a warmth in your tummy tomorrow. Great, we love that. All right, then from there, guys, I'm just gonna take a little stretch. Keep that right knee in towards your chest. Left leg extends, just take a twist. Right arm finds stop sign. Keep it on the floor as you take that right knee across your body, looking to the right.
Then coming up through center, hug those knees. Extend that right leg, pull that left leg tight. Right hand takes it across the body. Find your stop sign through the left as you press that knee over. And then coming back through center, pull those knees in. You can come via your side or rock yourself all the way up. We have some evening up to do. Let's sweep those feet behind you guys. We've got those hands underneath those shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Let's just take a cat stretch here to reset. Scoop through that belly rise and then sink it down, gazing forward. And again, 2 more there. Probably feel a good stretch through your belly after that core work as you sink it down. And 1 more. Finding that neutral position in the middle. Okay, so nice flat back, lift up across the chest. Always have to work a bit harder second time to set. Reach that right leg to straight. Reach that left arm forward. You've got thumb to ceiling, pinky to the mat this time. All right, square it off, guys. We're gonna find that lift, parallel up, and then tap back down. Wearing that tight belt, whoop, so abs on to keep that back still, and we're pushing up out of that right shoulder, so we're not collapsing down across your chest. I don't mind too much when you breathe, just make sure that you do. Combining the effort with the exhale, or a bigger effort, is definitely helpful. So on that lift, in the inhale and the lower. If that just all gets a bit too confusing, don't worry, just breathe. All right, lengthen, so reach out as you rise. And remember, it's about the length, not the crazy height. 6 to go, and we'll hold it up. In 5. 4 to go. Let's go for 3. And 2. All right, last one. Let's lift it up. We have our tiger curl. You round the spine. Let's bring the elbow to meet the knee. And then reach it all the way back out. Stretch. Exhale. Inhale. Lengthen. So all about the lift. Scoop of that belly. And then all about the length as you reach it away. Take your gaze to your knee. So you're rounding from the crown of your head all the way to your tailbone. 5 here. Belly nice and warm now. 4. Ooh. It's a little wobbly, that's okay. 3. Always varies one side versus the other. 2. Last one. Can we reach all the way out, lengthen through the arm and leg, and find those little pulses to finish. Teeny tiny. Point the toes, point through the fingers. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, down you come. Good job, guys. Sit those hips back, slide that left hand away, right hand over left. Pull that hip down the mat, shift your ribs to the right. Big breath into that right rib cage, and then let it all go. So good. All right, hands back to center. Shift it forward, and then we're gonna come to lie on your left side. Lying down, always a bit of a trait, somewhat. Okay, resting your head onto your left bicep. Okay, arm bent or straight, how you like it. Really lengthen out your legs, so let's stack. You might find this side you definitely need fingertips to floor, or you're happy on your hip. Okay, see how you feel. Push the hip away, create space between your bottom waist and the mat. Let's get going with a straight top leg, we lift it, and then control lower. So we find the lift and the lower. It's a straight line, so imagine you've got a pen at the end of that big toe, drawing that vertical line up and down. Relaxing through head, neck and shoulders. It's amazing how many times I see in class people really tensing up without realizing it, when really I want that upper body to be nice and heavy into the mat. Lift. Feeling that warmth in the outside of the right hip, along with that thigh, which helps to keep your knee really straight, and your calf, which helps to point your toes. Lift. Work the height so you feel that little pinch in the hip at the top. Let's go 6 more before we get that lower leg moving. In 5. 4 to go. Same height each time. Let's go 2 or higher. Last one. Okay, so we're going to lift it halfway, hold it. You lift that bottom leg to meet the top. You lower and lower, so step by step. Top leg lifts, bottom leg up, lower down,
and lower. Give yourself that target. There's a bit of a challenge, but you can get there. Yep. You might need fingertips to floor, that's understandable. And lift. And lower. Ooh, that top leg's starting to get mighty heavy. Think about everything else that's going on is a good distraction. So inner thigh of the bottom leg squeezing to lift. And lowering. All right, let's go 4 more, and then that top leg is going to stay still. In 3. In 2. All right, my friends, lift that top leg. It's your target. Bottom leg lifts and lowers. Squeeze to lift and lower. 8 here. Then we're going to glue them together. 7. You have it, my friends. 6. Last 5. Whoop. And 4. 3. Feels like just the leg, but lots of core going on here. 2. Last one. Squeeze those legs together. They both lower. Bottom leg lifts the weight of the top leg up. You might start to feel your obliques at the top working a little bit as well to help that last little lift all the way up and down. Controlling each direction. Maybe reaching that top arm up if you like. Let's go for another 8 for good measure, and then we'll hold it up. In 7. So good. 6. Oh yeah, we love it. 5. 4 to go. And 3. Last 2. All right, last one. Hold at the top. Lift, lift, lift. Can you split the legs? Lift that top leg a little higher. Lift the bottom leg. Yes, hold 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give that right bottom well and tap out. So good, guys. Okay, let's roll over onto your back. Okay, evening things up. So you've got your shoulders nice and heavy, palms to floor, right foot stays flat. We're coming to the toes of your left foot. So lift up that heel and slide it towards you a little bit. Knees parallel, feet staggered, hips are not. As you imprint, they're level as you roll it up. So feel free to check with your fingertips if you need to. So you're not leaving that left hip behind. And then roll back down, releasing that tailbone. And then again, imprint, roll it up. Don't be afraid to use those hands. Like check your bottoms level at the top. Totally fine. And then pressing those palms down. Driving those knees forward. Helpful to imagine that your right foot is glued to the mat. And you're kind of always trying to pull that heel closer and closer to your bottom. That hamstring to help out. Now you know there are some layers to come, they're not easy. So you want to feel challenged, but like it is manageable. So you don't have to take every level as always. Drive it up, tuck that tailbone. We're going to start to add that little hip dip at the top. So let's roll it up. Level hips, lead with your tailbone as you drop, tap the mat, lift it up, and then roll back down. Try and keep the knees from splaying side to side. I am reminding myself as I feel them go wayward. Tuck the tailbone to rise, sorry, and then roll back down. And release, and again. One more with 2 feet down, just like that before we progress. Drop the hips, lift the hips. Now by all means, keep those toes down. If you want some more, come with me. Roll it all the way up, press those palms into the mat, hold it, left leg floats, tabletop. Take that dramatic hip dip and then lift. Find the floor with the toes, roll back down. And again, roll it up, find the height. Float, tap the mat, change your mind, lift back up, toes to floor, down you go. There is a bit of a tendency to kind of sway side to side through your pelvis. Try and keep as centered as you can. Lift, find the mat, down you come. 4 more like that, guys. And then we've got our last little finisher. And 3. Drive it up. We've got 2 more like that. All right, this is our last one with our little reprieve.
missed the hip dip, that's okay. On the next one, we're gonna hold it up. Lift that left leg to tabletop if you want it. We're gonna take the hip dips from here, guys, on repeat. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. Drive that right knee forward. Get that height through the pelvis. Let's go 6. Just for 5. Remember, toes can be on the mat. 4. Final 3. You've got 2. Last one. Find the floor with the toes. Roll back down bit by bit. So good. Bring those knees to your chest. Oh, little rock side to side. Magnificent. And then pop that left foot down. Grab behind that right thigh. Send that heel to ceiling, toes to nose. And then just take that point and flex. Driving that heel away, stretching the back of the knee. All right, let's just cross that right foot over that left knee, collect the back of that left thigh, pull it in towards you. Your right elbow might reach that knee as it presses away. Little rocks from side to side. And then release that foot down. Bring that left foot over your right knee, collect the back of that thigh, pull it in, press that knee away. Take some little rocks side to side there. Sweet relief through that hip. And then release that leg, making your way back up from there, rolling out those shoulders to finish like we did to start. Thanks for joining me, my friends. Well done.